to losers eights, and this is going to be. Hold on, I just have the names on screen.
It's Aghi and yeah,
Pugi, I believe.
Aghi and Pugi. I'm not really sure, but I guess that's something that the chat will correct us about. And hey, if you're watching this VOD on YouTube, watch us on Twitch too, twitch.tv/masterhandgaming. But either way, yeah, the Belmont versus the K Rool. Not a whole lot of monsters like this in Dracula's Castle, especially on Wi-Fi.
Yeah, yeah, you don't really see many. I mean, you get some reptiles, but none like the big man here. I could at least tell you that they don't wear capes in the castle.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say results may vary on that, but my goodness, what does not vary is the range of that whip. It is one of the strongest and longest, certainly, F smashes in the entire game. And yeah, Aghi is going to utilize that to full effect as Pugi. I'm just going to get the pronunciation on that. Yeah, they're going to lose their first stock. But I have to say, Wi-Fi K Rool, not a bad option. You'll see a couple of really good players using it. It's a tremendous effect online. In fact, often going K Rool over what their offline main might be.
Yeah, it could be. The thing about the Belmonts is I know they have a lot of very glaring weaknesses, a lot of them, that makes them kind of bad. And Wi-Fi obviously can account for a little bit of that, but these characters have some degree of meta to them, and I do think that there's ways to play them effectively. They did lose their strongest proponent, which was Riddles, a while back to Terry, but I don't know. I think there's hope for every character in this game, at least to some degree. Even the Belmonts.
To be fair, that's Terry. That's a tough ask. And oh my gosh, that's Pugi, I believe it is the pronunciation. Gonna be fallen victim to Aghi yet again, who has been pretty well versed in the art of self-preservation at the very least, but at the same time, certainly not playing with the sort of fear that you might expect from someone that just goes into castles filled with monsters on the regular, if we're being honest.
It's kind of his thing. And, yeah.
Oh, the axe! Whew. Oh my gosh. I mean, that is a hard commit. You're basically buying you're buying a wedding ring for that arc, more or less. You are committed to that thing. That is a hard read, and yeah, that's 2 axes. Pugi gets caught holding in, and yeah, Aghi makes them pay, and just like that, Pugi is on their loser side game here.
Yeah, that's it. That's how quick these things can go. You run into a Belmont, and before you know it, your whole run ends. And the thing about the Belmonts, you're right, those axes are a commitment, but they're pretty good too, because you could angle them. So you, as much as they're predictable, you have 3 different, like you could hold in, it makes it go shorter, just do neutral, middle, and then like hold out, and he throws that thing way out there. And honestly, that is enough to really kind of confuse you coming back, because yeah, it's almost easy sometimes to fall into like those axes, because it's just so big and floaty. But they are a commitment, to say the least. But we'll see if there's any adjustments coming out from Pugi here with the K Rool. K Rool, though, not really a high tier himself. So bringing things back to PS2.
I mean, it can absolutely toast people on Wi-Fi if you don't know the game plan. The problem is if you do, or if your character just so happens to do something better than K Rool, there's not a whole lot that armor can do. So it's Aghi trying to take full advantage of this, and yeah, going right back to Pokemon Stadium. It seemed to be working out just fine for them. But Pugi perhaps thinking, nah, you know what? That's a run back that I would very much like.
Oh yeah. So yep, there's the axes coming out, and the axe is such a good anti-aerial too. And oh my god.
Ooh, oh my, are you serious? I mean, this crocodile is just getting beaten around. I don't know. This is something else.
Yeah, I feel like Aghi's just doing all the right things right now. Really just playing Belmont exactly how you're supposed to.
Yeah, only suffering 30 percentage points worth of damage. And it was mostly off of counter hits that Pugi was able to armor through. Not really a single neutral interaction victory for Pugi thus far, and as good as K-Rool might be in terms of being able to armor through some things, yeah, that's also kind of predicated on being able to dance with these characters that can at times zone you out. Aghi is just toying with this crocodile right now.
Yep. And this is the Belmont Vortex. Sometimes you just don't know where to go. Like, you don't know where to land. You don't feel like any of your options are safe. And Aghi is kind of showing us why. You got to be careful hitting buttons against these characters because you get caught in a lot of different things, as we're seeing.
Aghi right now looking to finish this off in grand fashion. However, Pugi picking up a little bit of a head of steam here. Both of these individuals going pretty decently through this bracket. Aghi and Pugi both qualifying through loser's side, but it looks like that might be it. Pugi, in fact, beat 9 Super Pie to get here. Aghi wound up eliminating Petrikov. That is going to be it. 3 stocks. Catch a body. Aghi is going to move on.
Yeah, that's going to do it quite handily. And we're going to see Aghi right up again now against Citadel. So, you'll see a very capable opponent going against this Belmont, who seems plenty capable themselves. Very, very capable. So I'll be interested in seeing that. I bet you Citadel might be a little nervous about this one. I know Wi-Fi Belmont is a scary thing for people, especially one that apparently is at Aghi's level, because there was just a lot going on there. And a lot of good going on there if you're Aghi.